We start from the South-South zone, where our correspondents report a large turnout of voters eager to exercise their civic duties. Governor Godwin Obaseki and Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Edo and Delta States are impressed with the crowd here. The governors of Rivers, Cross River and Bayelsa states also joined the crowd to vote. In the southeast, we caught up with the governor of Enugu State as he cast his vote. After voting in his local government, the governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, expresses satisfaction with the voting process.
Everything is going on well, as stipulated, and there's enough security everywhere. So I think this will be a free and fair election, I believe.
These views are echoed by the governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano.
My wife and I just cast our vote, performing our civic responsibility. You can see it's very orderly here. In
the southwest zone, Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State, Governor Akinwumi Ambode of Lagos State, and Governor Abiola Ajimobi of Oyo State all applaud the election process.
I consider it very orderly. And to my mind, it is credible. Our people, they've been demonstrating a lot of decency. You could see everybody smiling at everybody.
Everything has been relatively smooth. The card reader worked perfectly. The process was smooth. The officials were disciplined, and the voters were orderly in their conduct.
We want to commend INEC. I mean, they've been up to the task, and almost everywhere election materials are in place. And you know, this election is going to be very peaceful, and I pray it's very successful.
Their counterpart in Ogun State, Governor Ibikunle Amosu, calls for patience, especially with the technical hitches.
We actually had it took some time for the card reader. In some instances, the card reader failed, but clearly, I think it's a process that once we are patient like this, we will overcome.
In the North Central, the governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, describes the process as peaceful.
We don't have any problem anywhere. If we have a problem as a chief security officer, I should have known up to this morning. So everything is going very peaceful in Plateau State.
On their part, the governors of Gombe and Borno states in the northeast continue to encourage their people to stick with the process.
Because we have to send a message loud and clear to the insurgents that they cannot stop us from performing our civic duties. They cannot prevent us from leading our normal lives.
We round off in the northwest, where the governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, has also commended the process.
The election, as you can see, is orderly. The election is peaceful, and the election is free of any trouble, as you can see.
His views are echoed by his colleague in Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal.
The voter turnout is very massive, it's very large. That clearly underscores the enthusiasm and the interest of the people of this community in who governs them and in a free, fair, transparent, credible, democratic process.
For the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, the process was not so smooth.
There were issues with the card reader. Even when the second one was brought, it was malfunctioning. But happily, INEC did something to fix the problem, so we started voting late.
The Kebbi State governor, on his part, has a suggestion for INEC.
We have to recognize that elderly people holding 3 huge ballot papers at the same time can be a tedious thing, and they can easily destroy their ballot paper unintended. So I urge INEC to allow people to be assisted by a family member or a loved one who is not interfering with your right to choose.
Despite their experiences, the governors are all optimistic that the process will be credible. Shola Shieli, Channels Television News.